Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Tonight we're going to be doing a full moon in Libra Flow. Our April 2023 full moon is in Libra, the pink moon. Whenever a full moon is in an air sign, I always feel super scatterbrained and just like blah, like all over the place. Very not grounded. So we're going to be focusing on rooting through the feet in this class, really grounding down through our body, through our core center, and just relaxing the mind. So that's going to be our goal for this flow. All you need is a bolster in your mat. Again, the full moon's in Libra. Libra is like a very flirty, quick-witted. I love Libras. They're like so interesting to talk to, so down to earth. But at the same time, like, their brains are just so interesting to me. So we're going to be doing a fun flow today. Just a little bit of flow to warm up the body, and then some nice long restorative holds towards the end. And then if you'd like to stay after, there is an oracle card pull, as well as some journaling and introspection to go along with this class. So go ahead and grab your mat and your bolster, and let's get started. All right, friends, let's get started with this class. You can place your bolster under your hips to kind of bring them up higher. Palms of the hands on the knees. Nice easy seat, legs crossed, nice long spine. And just start to close your eyes. Take an audible exhale. And then inhale. Audible exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. Audible exhale. And 1 more time, inhale. And audible exhale. Good. Relaxing the shoulders down the spine, growing tall through the crown of the head. Just really feeling your hands pressing into the knees, the sit bones rooting into the bolster or the mat. And then begin to tuck the chin to the chest, stretching the back of the neck. Just relaxing the shoulders down the spine as you do this. And then rolling the head over to the right side, right ear to right shoulder. Just resting for a moment, letting the opposite shoulder be heavy. And then rolling the head back, opening the throat up to the sky. Again, relaxing the shoulders down the spine. Then rolling the head over to the left side, left ear to left shoulder, relaxing the opposite shoulder down. Good. And then releasing the head up to the sky. Starting to flutter the eyes open, bringing the hands out to the side, and kind of rolling the shoulders up to the ears on your inhale. Exhale, drop them down and back the spine. Rolling them all the way up to the ears on the inhale, and then down and back the spine. 1 more time, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, down and back. Good. Bringing the hands out to the side. I'm going to start with a little seated sequence here. So we're going to inhale our arms up to the sky, interlace the fingers, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands come forward, spine goes back, kind of like a cat spine. Good, gently release the hands wide, push the chest forward, kind of like a cow spine. Maybe drop the head back. And relax the arms. We'll do that a few more times. So inhaling the arms up to the sky, interlace the fingers, lengthen through the arms. Good. Exhale, hands come forward, spine goes back. Slowly release the hands wide, push the chest forward. And relax the hands down. Inhaling, arms up, last time. Interlace the fingers, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands go forward, spine goes back. Slowly release the hands wide, chest goes forward. And relax the hands down. Good. Now we're going to roll onto our shins and find a tabletop position. Moving the bolster out of the way. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to start with some cat-cows. So on an inhale, tipping the tailbone up, dropping the belly, pushing the chest forward, opening through the throat, cow pose. Exhale, arch the spine all the way to the sky, tuck the tailbone, cat pose. Inhaling, dropping the belly, opening the chest forward. And exhaling, arching the spine all the way to the sky. Inhaling, dropping the belly, opening the chest. And exhaling, arching the spine all the way to the sky, pushing the hands into the mat. Keep going using your own breath to kind of guide you. Just gently warming up the body. Go ahead and find one more of each, and then make your way to a neutral spine. Good. Walking the hands forward, curling the toes under, find a downward facing dog, lifting the hips up to the sky. Kind of pedaling the feet out here, maybe moving the hips side to side. And then start to slowly tiptoe your feet up towards the hands, finding a forward fold at the top of your mat. Just kind of relaxing the upper body, swaying left to right. Begin to press the feet into the mat, bend the knees, and roll yourself up nice and slow. Find your mountain pose at the top of your mat. I'm going to do a few half standing vinyasas. So inhale the arms out and up to the sky, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge the hips, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press the feet into the mat, bend the knees, roll yourself up. Arms go out and up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge the hips, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine, hands on shins. Exhale, fold. And one more time, pressing the feet into the mat, bending through the knees, rolling yourself up. Arms go out and up, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, hinge the hips, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Good. Hands come to the mat, feet go back, find a downward facing dog. Good, hips up to the sky. Just kind of pedal your feet out here. Take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, release your knees to the mat, find a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch, arms above the head. Really release the body to the mat here. Let the mat hold you. Good. And then start to push yourself up, coming to that tabletop positions, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Walk the hands forward, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. And start to slowly walk the feet forward, finding a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, nice long spine, hands on shins. Exhale, fold. Press the feet into the mat, bend the knees, roll yourself up. Arms go out and up, extend to the sky. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge the hips, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands come to the mat, feet go back. Push yourself back to a downward facing dog. Hips up to the sky. Really opening your chest towards the thighs, pressing all of your fingers into the mat. Good. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, release the knees to the mat, child's pose. Big toes touch. Relax the arms. Let your mat hold you. Good. Begin to kind of purse yourself up. Bring the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tabletop. Just to reset, then walk the hands forward, curl the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, float the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, drive that foot through to meet the hands, maybe having to guide it with your hands. Once you find your balance, rise up. Hips square to the front, high lunge. Then exhale, open up warrior two, back foot comes down, front knee is bent. Arms are nice and strong out to the side. Reach forward with the front hand. Elbow comes to thigh, side angle pose. Start to press that front foot into the mat. Release yourself back to warrior two. Now we're going to pick our back foot up as we square our hips back to the front. High lunge. Release the left hand to the mat. Twist towards that bent right knee. You can also drop the back knee if you'd like. Release the top hand to the mat. Squeeze the front foot back. And then find a flow or just kick back to a downward facing dog. Chaturanga on an exhale, inhaling cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Kind of pedaling the feet out here. On your next inhale, float the left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, drive that foot through to meet the hands. Squaring the hips to the front, finding your balance, rise up, high lunge. Rooting the feet into the mat, root tall through the spine. Exhale, open up warrior two, back foot comes down. Good, reach forward with the front hand. Elbow to thigh, side angle pose. Really like to exhale on the transitions. Help you sink deeper into the pose on your exhales. Begin to press the front foot into the mat, engage the core, rise up to your warrior two. Pick the back foot up as you square the hips to the front, high lunge. Release the right hand down to the mat, twist towards that bent knee. Twisted low lunge. You can also drop the back knee if that feels more comfortable. Top hand releases to the mat. Squeeze the left foot back to meet the right and either find a flow, letting your breath guide you, or just kick back into a downward facing dog. Once you've made it to your downward facing dog, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, relax the knees to the mat, child's pose. Really surrendering to the child's pose, letting your mat hold you. Good. Start to kind of push yourself up to that that tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're gonna find a thread the needle pose. So left hand comes to the middle. Inhale the right arm up to the sky, kind of twisting towards the right. Then you're gonna thread that right arm through the body, coming down onto the right shoulder. Left arm goes pretty much anywhere above the head that feels comfortable. And just breathe. Good, start to press into that left hand, push yourself up, unwind, bring the right arm all the way up to the sky. And then relax that right hand onto the mat, switching to the other side, right hand comes to the center, inhale the left arm up, thread that left arm through the body, coming down into that shoulder, thread the needle, hips are high, weight is on that left shoulder. Just close the eyes and relax. Good, begin to press into that right hand, push yourself up, unwind, left arm goes to the sky. Relax the left hand down to the mat, tabletop. Good. Now you're gonna grab onto your bolster, and you're gonna line it up lengthwise. I always say hot dog in my classes, because that's how I used to learn how to fold paper, hot dog versus hamburger. So lengthwise. You're gonna bring your pelvis or your hips to the bottom of the bolster and your head to the top. So kind of like this. And cradle your hands and make a little pillow for the head. We're gonna do a supported frog pose here. So you're gonna start to crawl the right knee up, bending through that right knee, kind of like a little frog leg. And just relaxing on each exhale into the bolster, maybe closing the eyes. And really just letting your props hold you here. If you're super tall, because I am short and your head feels uncomfortable, you can grab a block. Let me grab one. Grab a block and place it like this under your head. My hands are good enough for me because I'm really short. Anyways, exhaling. Each exhale, relax further into the bolster, kind of really letting the hips release. And start to bring the right leg back to center and switch sides. So bending through the left knee, kind of bringing it up towards the rib cage and making a little frog leg with it. Then just relaxing into your props, finding your breath, maybe even closing your eyes. Start to draw the left leg back and kind of push yourself up off the bolster. And then keeping the bolster where it's at, we're just gonna line up our our hips to the end of the bolster. We're gonna find a reclined butterfly pose. So palms of the feet together, knees out wide. And then when you're ready, relax back. onto your bolster. And hands can either come to the belly, or for some extra heart opening, they can drape over the sides. Just start to close your eyes. Slow the breath down. Really release to this pose. Letting your mat hold you here. No need for any movement, just stillness. Good. Start to draw the knees together, palms of the feet come to the mat. Kind of roll off your bolster to one side and move it out of the way. Coming to your back. Knees are bent, palms of the feet are on the mat. Just kind of start to windshield wipe your legs left to right. And start to bring your knees towards the chest, grabbing onto each knee with your hands, maybe crisscrossing the ankles and kind of squeezing the knees towards the chest, giving yourself a nice little hug. Good. And then we're going to move to a happy baby pose. So release the knees, palms of the feet come to parallel to the sky. Bend through those knees and pull the knees towards the armpit space. If you're finding it uncomfortable to hold on to your ankles or your feet, you can grab onto the shins and kind of pull down. As long as we're getting that compression in the hips, we're good. Then you can start to kind of rock gently left to right, or maybe play around with your feet. Get playful here. I will say one time I accidentally pulled my hamstring doing this pose, so be careful. But a little movement, a little playful energy is always welcome here. Good. Start to slowly release the feet up to the sky, straightening the legs and the arms, dead bug pose. And just roll the wrists and the ankles in circles both directions, letting the snaps and crackles happen. Good. Then draw the knees back into the chest, grabbing onto them with both hands, squeezing. And just start gently rocking left to right. Whenever you're ready, no rush, letting both knees fall to the right side, recline twist. Arms go out to a T. And just start to close your eyes and relax yourself into your mat. Surrendering to the pose. Not really worrying about what this looks like, more how it feels in your body. And just enjoy this delicious supported twist. Start to draw your knees back to center, squeezing them towards the chest, giving yourself that hug, and then finding your nice gentle rocks left to right. Really slow and gentle here. And then releasing both knees over to the left side when you're ready. Recline twist. Arms go out to the side. Maybe closing the eyes and just slowing the breath down. Begin to draw the knees back to center, giving yourself that hug one last time, squeezing the knees towards the chest, maybe rocking left to right. And then start to release the legs long, preparing yourself for your Shavasana. I'm going to place my bolster under my knees today. It's my favorite way to support myself in Shavasana. You can feel free to join me there or just find whatever variation of Shavasana you like. Before we settle in too deep into our meditation, I want us to focus on our breath for a moment. And just focusing on our exhales at first. So on your next exhale, I want you to squeeze all of the air out of your lungs, kind of like you're wringing a sponge. And then just inhale however feels natural. No need to count, no need to worry. Just try and make your exhale longer than your inhale. So practice this long exhale breath for your next few breaths. Find one more round of your long exhale breath. And then just release the breath. Let it be. Let it relax. And then we'll do a short body scan, and then I'll leave you to a few moments of silence to finish up your Shavasana. So just closing your eyes and starting to relax each part of the body as we go. Starting with the toes, relaxing the toes. And then the ankles. The calves release. And then the kneecaps. The thighs relax. Your hips release. Your belly is soft. Your heart is open. Your shoulders relax. Your arms are weightless. Your hands are soft. Your throat space is open. Your jaw unclenches. Your cheeks relax. The eyelids soften. The brow unfurrows. The forehead relaxes. And finally, the whole body releases to the mat as you enjoy the rest of your Shavasana. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, just gently waking the body up from its slumber. Then start to find some bigger movements, maybe rolling the wrists and the ankles loose. And then when you're ready, no rush. Roll to one side of the body. Just pausing for a moment, thanking yourself for taking time for your practice today. Time to find yourself on your mat for this full moon. Just nourish yourself, mind, body, spirit. And when you're ready, using both hands, press yourself up and find an easy seat on your mat, legs crossed, nice long spine, bringing hands to heart center. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this flow for this Libra full moon. I thank you for being here. I thank you for your energy, and I thank you for your community. I bow to you and thanks. Thank you so much, friends. Please stay and enjoy some oracle guidance and some introspection and journaling. If you gotta run, I totally get it. And I will see you guys next time for this full moon, for the next full moon in May. Thank you. Bye, friends. Hi friends, thank you so much for staying after this full moon flow to get a little oracle pull and some guidance from these beautiful, beautiful cards. As always, I'm using the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. I bought this like the end of last year, and I've been using it for full moon since then. So I've been using it for a few months. It's very special to me. I only pull it out during full moons and give myself some guidance as well as you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Maybe set your space, light some incense or a candle or some Palo Santo or sage. And just find a nice grounding posture, maybe an easy seat or laying on your back. And just start to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Relax the shoulders. Good. Deep breath in and exhale. Good. Start to open your eyes. And we're going to go ahead and ask the cards, what does my collective need to hear on this full moon? What are some messages we need to hear? What do we want to know? What is going on with this energy, this full moon in Libra? Pink moon. Okay. I'm gonna pull a couple before I interpret them, because last time I was like, I can't get a good view of this until I pulled a couple. So we're gonna pull a couple and then go from there. Okay. Let's do two more. I feel like two more is a good number. Interesting. Very interesting. Last thing, what do we need to know? Okay. I love this deck. I love the images. I love the vibe. It is just chef's kiss. So, first card that came out was Skull Cap. And it says stillness. You can see there's a scorpion on there, like a split mask, beautiful flowers on there, some hieroglyphs, a turntable. Yeah, so stillness. To me, this looks like we need to take some time to just be. We've been going. All that New Year's energy has been going. And it's just a good time to rest. It's a good time to find stillness in your life when maybe it's harder to find. Maybe you're feeling very overwhelmed. So look for that stillness, those ways that you can slow down and enjoy the sweeter things in life. And then the next card that came out was Cannabis, Detachment. And there's like some like weird floating off to different places. Some very mystical views there. So to me, that's making me think like we need to meditate more. We need to be finding ways to expand our mind, either through art or through crafts or meeting new people or trying new things. Maybe finding new ways to rest, new ways to discover parts of yourself, which also happens through creative expression, through expanding your mind. So stillness and detachment, those, I feel like those kind of go together. Detachment from self, like figuring out what's outside of you and what your views are and what your values are and what really matters. Like this full moon, I feel like even within Libra and all of the other planetary changes, this full moon, I literally just looked at the moon just now, it's really forcing us to look at what matters in our life, what we want, how we can get it, and the steps we need to take to get these things we want in our life, right? And maybe finding a way to become detached from self is a way to map out how you can get what you want. The next thing that came out was lemon balm, which is one of my favorite herbs, and it says nurture. So again, I think this goes really well with the stillness and detachment, like nurturing of self is what I'm thinking, or nurturing of others, nurturing of your life, showing yourself care, showing the people around you that you care. How do you like to nurture them? Is it through food? Is it through communication? Is it through quality time, physical touch? What are your love languages? How do you show that you're nurturing the people in your life, right? And yeah, stillness, detachment, nurturing. I feel like this is a very introspective full moon, and this message is telling us to go inward, really nail down what we want in life and how we can get it, right? Letting go of the past is also super important for all three of these themes. And then the last thing was Mandrake, which makes me think of Harry Potter. And the theme there is sensuality, which you can kind of see the drawing. It's like a curvaceous woman, rooted and then flowing with the flowers, and then there's lots of stars and like seeds. So the sensuality card I think is kind of interesting here, because I think it's just giving us another tool to expand our minds, create that detachment that cannabis wants us to have, right? That out of body experience by tapping into our sensuality. So maybe some of us really need to focus on that part of our life. Either it's sensuality with self, sensuality with a partner, or even just like romanticizing your life a little bit more can sometimes really help you to figure out what you want, right? Let your head go into the daydreams. Let yourself go dream about the big stuff. Like, even if in the back of your mind you're like, that's not possible, let yourself go there. Sensuality can be found in the littlest of things, like food, meditation, being in nature, self-love, self-pleasure, like anything you can find sensuality in my opinion. Like, life is so sensual, and I think it's a great tool to help us expand our minds, find that stillness, find that detachment, that expansion, dream big. So those are our messages for this Libra full moon: stillness, detachment, nurturing, sensuality. And for me, this might not be for you, but for me, I'm hearing we need to turn those things towards ourselves. How can we nurture ourselves? How can we find detachment and expand our mind? How can we find that stillness in our life, those sweet things, the sensuality in our life, the little things that make us feel alive, right? I loved this reading. I loved it. When the cards were coming out, I was like, this is a good reading. This is beautiful. So there are our cards again. Yeah. So now let's do a little journaling. Go ahead and grab onto your journal, and I'm just gonna ask you a few questions about this reading. Like, the first one, let's go. What are some of the things in your life that feel sensual to you? What are a few things in your life that feel sensual to you? You can pause this video and come back. All right, welcome back. So the next question I think we should go with is, how can you find more stillness in your life? What things help you to slow down and take that moment of just stillness, those sweet pockets of meditation, those sweet pockets of quiet and peace? What things can you incorporate into your life to bring that daily energy of stillness? Go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're done. And the last question I'm gonna ask is, what things can you add into your life that will allow you to detach and expand your mind? Maybe this is a craft you've been thinking of, or a hobby you've been thinking of picking up. Maybe this is a skill you've been trying to hone, or maybe just a concept you've been trying to dial into or work on with yourself. Basically, kind of talk about ways that, you can find this expansion of the mind. that helps us to really dream big. Maybe even write your dreams down. It's always good to write your dreams down, even though they may sound ridiculous in your head. Write them down, believe that they can happen, and go from there. So go ahead and pause this video and come back when you're done. All right, friends, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for sticking with me through this full moon flow plus introspection and nice little messages from my oracle cards. I apologize for my crazy hair. It has been raining and snowing in Boise, and my hair just goes and it's like impossible to tame. So thank you for dealing with my crazy hair as well. It's very fitting for the Libra full moon because air signs make my hair go crazy. Just kidding, I love my Libras. I have a lot of Libra placements. My Mars is in Libra, which is probably why I talk so fast. Anyways, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your morning, day, evening, whenever you're watching this. Let me know if you like this video. Please comment, like, subscribe. I am loving these full moon classes. Thank you for allowing me to give them to you, to create them for you. Thank you, thank you. Bye, guys.